Welcome to our journey back to the golden days of cinema with American Graffiti, a film that perfectly captured the essence of teenage life in the early 1960s. Directed by George Lucas, this coming-of-age classic featured an incredible cast, many of whom went on to become Hollywood legends. From rising young stars to established screen veterans, American Graffiti gave us unforgettable performances and launched numerous careers. But where are these actors now? Some became A-list celebrities, while others took different paths in the entertainment industry. Sadly, we have also lost some beloved cast members along the way. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the lives of the American Graffiti cast. Then and I Now. Stay tuned as we uncover their journeys, triumphs, and legacies. Harrison Ford's role as Bob Falfa in American Graffiti might have been small, but it left a lasting impression. Playing the arrogant yet charismatic drag racer, Ford brought an undeniable presence to the screen. At the time, he was still a struggling actor working as a carpenter to make ends meet. Although American Graffiti didn't make him a household name immediately, it caught the attention of director George Lucas. This connection would later lead to Ford's most famous roles in Star Wars and Indiana Jones, forever changing the course of his career. Following American Graffiti, Ford became a global superstar, first as Han Solo in Star Wars and later as Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. His career has spanned decades, with iconic roles in Blade Runner, The Fugitive, Air Force One, and Witness. Even in his 80s, Ford remains active in Hollywood. In 2023, he reprised his legendary role in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and took on television roles in 1923 and Shrinking. His legacy is firmly cemented as one of the greatest actors in film history, but American Graffiti was one of the first films to showcase his undeniable charisma. Paul Le Mat delivered an unforgettable performance as John Milner, the ultimate cool guy and street racer with a heart of gold. His character was a direct homage to the greaser culture of the 1960s, and Le Mat's performance gave him instant recognition. His role in American Graffiti won him a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer. He later reprised the role in the sequel, More American Graffiti, and continued acting in films like Melvin and Howard, Aloha, Bobby and Rose, and The Burning Bed. Unlike many of his co-stars, Paul Le Mat didn't pursue Hollywood superstardom. Though he continued acting in various projects throughout the 80s and 90s, his career slowed down significantly in the 2000s. Now in his late 70s, Le Mat largely stays out of the public eye. He occasionally appears at fan conventions celebrating American Graffiti, but he prefers a quieter life away from the spotlight. Despite stepping back from Hollywood, his portrayal of John Milner remains an iconic part of the film's lasting legacy. Richard Dreyfuss, Kurt Henderson, the dreamer in search of meaning. Richard Dreyfuss played Kurt Henderson, the thoughtful and introspective high school graduate struggling with whether to leave his small town for a bigger future. His character's journey of self-discovery, particularly his obsession with the mysterious blonde in The White Thunderbird, was one of the film's central storylines. Following American Graffiti, Dreyfuss quickly became a leading man in Hollywood. Just 2 years later, he starred in Jaws, followed by Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Goodbye Girl, and Mr. Holland's Opus. Dreyfuss has remained a respected figure in Hollywood for over 5 decades. Though his career had ups and downs, he continued delivering memorable performances in films like What About Bob and Red. Now in his late 70s, Dreyfuss has taken a step back from Hollywood but occasionally takes on roles in independent films and television. He remains vocal about political and social issues and frequently speaks about the impact of American Graffiti on his career. Charles Martin Smith. Terry Charles Martin Smith played Terry the Toad Fields, the awkward yet lovable underdog of American Graffiti. Terry was the nerdy friend who unexpectedly finds himself in possession of a beautiful car and a chance at impressing a girl for the first time. His storyline provided some of the film's funniest and most heartfelt moments. At the time of filming, Smith was a fresh-faced young actor still looking to make his mark in Hollywood. American Graffiti became his breakthrough, giving him recognition and leading to a variety of roles throughout the 1970s and beyond. After American Graffiti, Smith continued acting in movies like The Buddy Holly Story, Starman, and The Untouchables. However, his real passion turned out to be behind the camera. Over the years, he transitioned into directing, helming films such as Air Bud, Dolphin Tale, and Stone of Destiny. His work as a director has been widely praised, showing his versatility in family-friendly films and historical dramas. Now in his late 60s, Smith remains active in the industry, working both as a filmmaker and a mentor to young actors. Mackenzie Phillips, Carol Morrison. Mackenzie Phillips played Carol Morrison, the feisty and talkative teenage girl who unexpectedly finds herself riding around with John Milner, one of the town's coolest guys. Her wide-eyed excitement and humorous back and forth with Milner added a light-hearted charm to American Graffiti. Despite her young age, Phillips delivered a standout performance that captured the innocence and rebellious energy of the 1960s youth. At just 12 years old, American Graffiti was her first major film role. However, acting ran in her blood. She was the daughter of John Phillips, the lead singer of the Mamas and the Papas. This film launched her career, and she quickly became one of the most recognizable young actresses of the 1970s. Following American Graffiti, Phillips became a TV star, landing the role of Julie Cooper in the hit sitcom One Day at a Time. She was adored by audiences, but behind the scenes, she struggled with personal issues, including substance abuse, which led to her being written off the show multiple times. Despite her struggles, Phillips made a comeback, appearing in various TV shows, including So Weird, Orange is the New Black, and a reboot of One Day at a Time. She also became a counselor for people battling addiction, using her own experiences to help others. Today, she continues to act and advocate for mental health and recovery. Ron Howard, Steve Bolander, the responsible friend. Before American Graffiti, Ron Howard was already well known to American audiences as Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. However, his role as Steve Bolander in American Graffiti marked his transition into more mature roles. Steve was the responsible, level-headed character who faced the dilemma of staying with his high school sweetheart or moving forward with his future in college. His performance resonated with audiences, making him a standout in the ensemble cast. After American Graffiti, Howard skyrocketed to fame as Richie Cunningham in Happy Days, a role that solidified his place as one of America's most beloved television actors. Despite his success on screen, he had his sights set on a different goal: directing. A legendary director and Hollywood icon, Ron Howard's directing career has been nothing short of legendary. He directed critically acclaimed films like Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, The Da Vinci Code, and Rush. His work spans multiple genres, and he continues to be one of Hollywood's most respected filmmakers. Beyond directing, Howard co-founded Imagine Entertainment, a production company responsible for hit movies and TV shows, including Arrested Development. Now in his 70s, he remains active in the industry, producing and directing new projects. Though he first gained fame as an actor, American Graffiti was one of the stepping stones that helped launch his incredible career behind the camera. Cindy Williams. Cindy Williams played Laurie Henderson, Steve Bolander's devoted yet conflicted girlfriend. Throughout the film, Laurie struggles with the idea of Steve leaving for college, unsure whether to hold on to their love or move on. Williams delivered a heartfelt performance, perfectly capturing the emotions of young love and uncertainty. Although she had appeared in a few smaller roles before American Graffiti, this film catapulted her career. Just a few years later, she became a household name as Shirley Feeney in the hit TV series Laverne and Shirley, one of the most successful sitcoms of the late 1970s and early 1980s. Williams enjoyed a long and successful career in television and film, starring in Laverne and Shirley for 8 seasons and appearing in movies like The Conversation and Travels with My Aunt. She continued working in TV well into the 2000s, guest starring on shows like Seventh Heaven and Law & Order: Special Victims Unit. Sadly, Cindy Williams passed away in January 2023 at the age of 75. She left behind a legacy as one of television's most beloved actresses, forever remembered for her work in American Graffiti and Laverne and Shirley. Bo Hopkins, Joe Young. Bo Hopkins played Joe Young, the leader of the local gang known as the Pharaohs. As one of the film's antagonists, Joe forces Kurt Henderson to commit minor crimes as part of his initiation, creating some of the film's most thrilling moments. Hopkins brought a perfect mix of toughness and charm to the role, making Joe an unforgettable character. Before American Graffiti, Hopkins had worked in television, appearing in shows like Gunsmoke and Bonanza. His role in American Graffiti helped solidify his image as a rugged, tough guy actor, leading to more roles in westerns and action films. After American Graffiti, Hopkins became a go-to actor for intense, authoritative roles. He starred in films like The Wild Bunch, Midnight Express, and White Lightning. His career spanned over 5 decades, with dozens of film and TV appearances, including roles in Dynasty and Murder, She Wrote. Sadly, Bo Hopkins passed away in May 2022 at the age of 80. He was remembered as one of Hollywood's great character actors, someone who brought authenticity and charisma to every role he played. His legacy lives on through his many unforgettable performances. Candy Clark portrayed Debbie Dunham, the fun, bubbly blonde who spends the night with Terry the Toad Fields, bringing out his confidence and showing him a new side of life. Debbie's playful, carefree nature made her one of the most memorable characters in American Graffiti, and Clark's performance was so strong that she earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Before American Graffiti, Clark had only a few acting credits to her name, but after her standout role, she became a rising star in Hollywood, appearing in films like The Man Who Fell to Earth alongside David Bowie. Following her success in American Graffiti, Clark remained active in film and television, appearing in movies such as Blue Thunder, At Close Range, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. While she never became a major A-list star, she built a solid career with a steady stream of roles over the decades. Today, Candy Clark is still involved in the entertainment industry, attending fan conventions and discussing her experiences in Hollywood. She is passionate about film preservation and continues to celebrate the legacy of American Graffiti, which changed her life forever. Which American Graffiti actor or character was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on classic Hollywood stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.